BCD. Welcome back to BCD Rats. Today we are here for our second WatchMojo video. This time it's about the top 10 shows with the highest kill counts. Obviously, Game of Thrones gonna be on there. I wonder if they could actually go sit there and calculate how many people were killed. I'm curious. Let's see, Game of Thrones. Who else? There's been a lot of shows with a good kill count. It says so movies don't matter. Shows. The Punisher on Netflix had an enormous kill count. That's really it. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna tell us so we all know and love, but Game of Thrones got number one. With that being said, let's see who's number one.
Get ready to see some blood. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 shows with the highest body count. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're breaking down TV series where the most bodies hit the floor, though the quality of the show and the memorability of the slaughter also factor in, meaning this won't only be a straight-up numbers game. However, we'll be excluding all of the CSIs, as it goes without saying that shows about people tasked with investigating murders will inevitably feature a lot of bodies.
Yeah.
Number 10, Breaking Bad. Walter White's transformation from mild-mannered chemistry teacher to full-blown drug kingpin was not without casualty.
Run.
In fact, during the show's 5 seasons, primary characters caused 275 people to die.
Dang.
That number includes the 167 people on board Wayfarer 515 and the chartered plane it collided with in the 13th episode of Season 2, as it was Walter's actions that indirectly led to this disaster taking place. Of course, Walt had his actual hands in plenty of other deaths. The drug business is a bloody one, so it shouldn't come as a surprise that Breaking Bad and its meth-dealing premise made our list. Number 9, Dexter. It should go without saying that a show about a serial killer will have more than a few blood-soaked episodes, not to mention corpses. Dexter let viewers know just how deadly a program it was from the very first episode, when the eponymous character kidnapped a child-murdering pastor and killed him in cold blood. From there, things only got more murdery, with Dexter dispatching countless criminals throughout the show's 8 seasons. Of course, he wasn't the only one doing some hardcore killing.
Hello, Arthur Mitchell.
From the ice truck killer to the Trinity killer and everyone in between, this show was never short on bodies. Number 8, Narcos.
Okay.
If there's one thing that Narcos makes abundantly clear, it's that drug dealing and death go together like peanut butter and jam. The show, which is about the infamous Colombian drug cartels of the 70s, 80s, and 90s, has a body count that would make Quentin Tarantino wince.
Dang.
In Season 2, Agent Murphy tells a couple of blow-snorting Americans that 6 people die for every kilo of cocaine that's produced. And after watching the show, we are inclined to believe him. From civilians and hitmen to cops and politicians, in the world of Narcos, nobody is safe. Not even the larger-than-life drug lords. And we see how that continues in Season 3. Number 7, Vikings. Vikings traces the exploits of Ragnar Lothbrok, an 8th century Viking hero who gained fame and fortune thanks to his many successful raids on France and England. Whether his exploits are entirely real is unclear, but one thing that is for sure is that the version of Ragnar that we see in Vikings is one violent dude. He and the rest of his clansmen massacre hordes of people on the regular. Entirely real is unclear, but hero who gained fame and fortune thanks to his many successful raids on France and England. Whether his exploits are entirely real is unclear, but one thing that is for sure is that the version of
Oh, I'm sorry. That's hilarious. Okay.
Ragnar that we see in Vikings is one violent dude. He and the rest of his clansmen massacre hordes of people on the regular, in bloody battles and vicious raids. Axes and swords are the weapons of choice in the world of Vikings, and as such, the deaths, and there are plenty, are always gruesome. Number 6, 24. 24, the show whose seasons are comprised of one 24-hour period in the life of counterterrorism agent Jack Bauer, has produced some of the deadliest television in history. In 9 seasons and 1 television movie, viewers of the show have watched 16,379 people lose their lives. Yeah, you heard that number correctly.
Come on, hurry, hurry.
16,000?
Many of these fatalities were the result of various acts of terrorism perpetrated by the show's antagonists, but Bauer had his hands in enough of them to warrant an eyebrow raise. His level of commitment to his country goes beyond patriotism. As he's tortured and killed so many people, he's basically the Terminator. How he sleeps at night, we'll never know. Number 5, American Horror Story. This horror anthology has managed to continuously produce a seemingly never-ending array of bodies. The deaths come in waves and typically fall into one or more of the following categories: disturbing,
No.
shocking, or creepy.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to see if I can turn on the brightness, but it's good.
Each season takes place in a different year and location, and tends to revolve around subject matter guaranteed to produce death. From supernatural hotels to New Orleans witches to mid-century insane asylums to Florida freak shows, American Horror Story is not for the faint of heart.
Hey, the girl.
What did you expect from a super creepy show like this?
Too so.
Number 4, The Punisher.
Yeah.
We got a taste for Frank Castle's bloodlust in season 2 of Daredevil, but that was nothing compared to what he had in store in The Punisher. In season 1, during his quest to kill those who were truly responsible for his family's death, Castle goes on an all-out killing spree. In a flashback sequence, he single-handedly slays an entire home filled with Afghani soldiers. And in another, he ambushes a slew of agents in an ever-increasing series of brutal ways. Meanwhile, in season 2, in his attempt to protect a young woman, he finds himself battling against religious fanatics at a police station, finishes off Russian gangsters at their own gym, and sheds a lot more blood along the way. Number 3, Spartacus. Spartacus may have only produced 3 seasons and a miniseries, but they were loaded with enough blood and carnage to satisfy even the darkest of souls.
Not bad.
The series takes place in ancient Rome and follows the eponymous gladiator turned revolutionary as he hacks his way through friend and foe alike. The average deaths per episode are 25. And while many of these are unnamed or background characters, it matters not, for our list is all about highest body count.
The Romans have sounded retreat!
We suppose we aren't that surprised that a show about a Roman gladiator hell-bent on revenge produced a plethora of death and destruction.
Makes sense.
Number 2, The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
With a name like the
Yeah, I forgot about that show. Yeah.
Walking Dead, we aren't exactly shocked that this show made our list.
It'll be the fall that kills us.
Glenn.
I'm a glass half full kind of guy.
As the numbers change week by week, sometimes drastically, it's hard to give exacts, but as of 2018, it's almost 1,000. Be it from the Walkers or guys like Negan, Rick, and the Governor. The show, which features a group of people constantly on the run from hordes of flesh-eating zombies, not to mention equally nefarious human antagonists, is basically a never-ending roller coaster ride of death and mayhem. People die with rapid-fire consistency, and as such, the show has one of the highest per-episode death rates on TV. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
What is Banshee? I heard it was a good show too. Rome makes sense. Supernatural, of course. That stuff's still going.
You killed them.
Number 1, Game
Told you,
of
I knew
Thrones.
it. It had to be Game
Was
of
the
Thrones.
top spot on our list ever in doubt?
Never.
Death is as synonymous with Game of Thrones as Tyrion, Daenerys, and George R.R. Martin. It follows characters everywhere they go, and is a big reason for the show's success.
My king has married, and I owe my new queen a wedding gift.
It's produced a slew of epic, not to mention heartbreaking moments, from the Red Wedding and the Battle of the Bastards to Cersei destroying the Great Sept of Baelor, and the Mountain crushing the crap out of Oberyn's skull.
Say her name.
Man.
Say it!
The first
This is always why you stay on your guard. That's why I don't like when people like try to talk trash with the person down. I'm like, bro, just end it. Cause next thing you know, boop, the ties are changed. Now you getting killed. Like, just end it. Then you can talk all the trash you want after you know they're gone.
6 seasons of the show produced 1,243 on-screen deaths. And while this may seem like a small number, remember that the show's earlier seasons lacked the budget to show major battles.
Yeah.
If we don't win this fight, then that is the fate of every person in the world.
This is one deadly show. Do you agree with our picks? Check out
Hell
these
yeah.
other great clips from WatchMojo. And be sure.
Dang, bro, but like, dang, that's what, 24? 16,000 plus, bro? Damn, so you talking about I watched 16,000 people die in between all those seasons and the movie. Damn. I can believe it. Anyway, guys, if you like what you saw, drop a like, subscribe so you can join the family, click the bell so you know when I upload, share this with your friends so I can build a bigger fan base, hopefully. Comment which show you thought should be on here, or like if you agree with the list, and follow me on Twitter for future updates. And I will see y'all later, guys, girls, homies, homettes, you know, all that good stuff. All right, y'all, peace.
Eagle double G. Top dog, by them all, yeah, I'm burning it up. DPGC, you should be turning it up. CBT, LBC, yeah, we hooking back up. And when they bang us in the club, baby, you got to get up.